Tonight on Game Night, it's lights, camera, action. Master thespians and Hollywood mini-moguls, Dave, Nikki, Aaron, and Lincoln will try and save our super low-budget threadbare film studio. Or maybe we won't and it'll go bankrupt. In Roll Camera, a game for 1 to 4 players, designed by Malachi Ray Rempen and published by Keen Bean Studios. So come on down to our studio and watch us put some film in the can.
Hey, Aaron.
Hi, Lincoln.
Would you teach us roll camera?
Action!
All right.
Oh, wait, I'm going to say that
go.
later when we actually film a scene.
Oh.
Yes, Roll Camera is a dice rolling game about movies. Ba-dum-ching! It's the best title ever. I actually really like it. It's very clever. It tells you 2 important things about the game. It is a co-op game. We are all running a shoestring budget movie studio, and this is our last chance. We got to save the studio. We got to make a film that makes its budget back before this whole place goes bankrupt.
Nice.
So that is what we are doing here at our beautiful low budget studio. This is the board with some cool little art in the background of all these people running around, you know, doing their part of filming the movie. We have these parts of the board. Problem cards, which we're going to flip over every turn and cause problems, interfering with our powers to get things done. Idea cards, which we all start with 3 of, and they're going to give us special actions and little advantages to do things better than normal. We have our script. Right now, it's Very Attractive Murder is the name of our script. Those are just 2 random top and bottom halves of the script, and they show certain goals and quality metrics that we are going to try and meet, but there are actions that can change the script. So we'll come back to that in a minute. These are the 3 scenes that we have queued up and ready to possibly film. We can also change those out and film different scenes, but these are the 3 that are available to us right now. These 5 spaces here are the editing room. These are the 5 scenes that will, once completed, finish our film and end the game, ideally in a win for us. This quality track here is how we track how good our film is and how well we're doing. This pink-red zone is the danger zone. That means our film is not good enough to make any money, or not so terrible that it's just such a great Rocky Horror Picture Show. You know, it's going to make money anyway by being so bad.
More like The Room, I would
I like
It
it.
is more like The
So
Room.
you go all the way to the bottom, that's a good thing?
That's good enough. You win by being out of the red zone, either on this single really, really bad space, or any of these 6 good spaces at the top of the track. But
I
yes,
like it.
This is our quality marker. We must finish the game out of the red zone.
I like it.
If we finish in the red zone, we lose. And I will come back to these dials here, but we can lose by running out of budget or running out of time on our schedule as well. Every turn we're going to roll dice, and they're going to be assigned to these blue squares. That's what all these squares, blue spaces, are around the board and on our player mats. We have randomly assigned player roles. We have a director. Dave is the star. Lincoln is the
Cinematographer?
and Nikki is the editor. We have a couple more roles we'll look at after the game, but you can pick them yourself, or you can randomly assign them at the beginning of the game. So we're going to take turns in this game. The first player in this game is the player who has most recently shot a movie. And I decided that YouTube clips count, so Lincoln's going to be the first player.
Okay.
You know, it's filmed, it's moving images that people watch.
I'm not hurt in any way.
Thank you for taking it so well. You're going to be a great part of our filmmaking team. All right. The first thing you do on your turn
I'll be in my trailer.
is draw 1 problem card. And you're going to flip
You're
it
not
over
coming out, right?
You're going to flip it over from this deck. If there are problem cards already here, they move down the track here, showing these arrows, and the one you flip goes right there in the first spot.
Okay.
So, and as you can see, the problem cards give you a hint on what they're going to affect. This one is going to affect idea cards. This one is going to affect the set here, these tiles in the middle of the board. So you can get a hint on what the upcoming one is going to do. This one's going to mess with our money.
Oh, no.
So you can see what they're going to do, and here's a close-up of a couple problem cards. These, of course, are always going to be a problem for us. They're going to block something or make something harder or more expensive to do. So we'll just look at a couple real quickly. This problem, the builders bolted the sets to the floor for some reason. Set pieces can no longer be moved or rotated except by other problems. So that's a limitation on what we can do during our turn until we clear that problem card.
All right.
This problem, someone spilled film developing fluid and now everyone's all loopy on fumes. Every card and everything on in this game has cool little art of these little bean characters in their outfits and things, doing something. The art is amazing. We'll talk about that later. But every card is individual. I really love that. And then it shows a nice little logo. Put a blocked token over the production meeting action. That action cannot be taken. Certain problem cards will block certain spaces or things that we can do until we clear that problem card. Now, how do we clear a problem card? That is something we'll do in the next steps of your turn. The second step is you're going to roll all the dice that are available to you this turn. Just to show before we actually do that, there are 6 symbols on the dice. They are cameras, lights, and sound, actors, art department, and visual effects or VFX. VFX is white. That is a wild die facing, and it can be used to fill in for anything else.
We can
Now-
fix it all with effects.
Yep.
Yes. Right.
Sure.
We can
Sure, right.
I like it.
cover it over in post with effects, right? So you roll the dice. Most turns it's going to be 6 dice, but there may already be some dice assigned out on the board that you don't roll. Then you, the player whose turn it is are going to assign all these dice to actions. You can assign them any blue space on the board and on your own player board. You do not assign to other people's player boards on your turn. You only assign to your own player board on your own turn. So, here are some of the places they can go, and I'm not going to explain every single action just yet, but this is how you assign dice. You'll see that this problem can take any 2 dice. It does not matter what the faces are. I can resolve this problem by just assigning 2 dice to it. This problem card goes away. If it was blocking something, the block goes away. If it was, Dave is correct. It goes to this resolved problem space. This problem card space needs 2 matching die faces. You'll see an equal sign there. I could do that, or if I hadn't rolled 2 matching die faces, of course I could use VFX for a while and do that. And of course it goes over here as well. Now it clears this blocked meeting space. And now I can perhaps, activate this space if I wanted to, and use the last die over here on my first action. This third problem needs 3 matching die symbols. That is where you may need a lucky roll or lots of VFX. This action needs 2 matching dice. A blank square means any die whatsoever. These down here are eventually going to fill up with idea cards. These symbols mean the first square must take any die. The second square can take another die of any facing whatsoever, or spend $1 on our budget track.
Okay.
So this one takes a die and any other die, or down 1 quality on our movie. So that's the choice there for that space and that space. If we look at our player boards, we could have any of those type of actions. I have a 1 die action and a 2 die action, and one that specifically needs camera or actors. Dave has one that only takes actors. Nikki has one of the ones that takes a 2nd die or lowers quality. And Lincoln has one that takes cameras. We'll explain those actions in more detail. But the second thing you do is assign all the dice. That's the third step of the turn. Problem card, roll the dice, assign the dice. Now we clear the dice and take those actions. So we already showed you how to resolve some problems. We did that. We resolved 2 problems. You'll note here, we're going to get a reward when we have reached 5 solved problems. Every time we fill this up to 5, we gain either $2 on our budget track or 1 time on our schedule. Those are both good because, as I mentioned, they can lose the game for us. Running out of time will mean our studio did not finish the movie and the game is over. And running out of budget, same thing. We're never finishing the movie, game over, we've lost. As those dials get lower, we'll be more and more aware of them, but those are things to keep in mind, and that's a way to sort of gain us a few extra turns. When you do that, you clear all 5 of those problems away, and we'll start again to
Collect
those. Thank you.
Okay.
Another action that we can and will do quite a bit is build a new set piece. This is our set. This is where we're filming our movies. You need matching dice here, so maybe I didn't have any matching dice, but I used VFX for the wild, and I got that. You can either build 1 new set piece, whichever one of those 2 that are facing on the top of those stacks that you like, or you can that costs $1 to place a new set piece. Or for free, with no dollar cost, you can rearrange everything that's already out there. You can rotate it, you can move it around, you can throw it out.
Okay.
You just cannot do anything at all with something that has a die locked onto it.
All right.
That is locked in place. Otherwise, you can do whatever you want with an existing dice. And the reason that you would do that, and the thing to keep in mind when you're placing the first one, is maybe we're going to try and film some of these scenes. These are the 3 scenes that we've got here available, and maybe you just want to get some out there so that we have spaces to fill. These artistic renditions here are just blocking spaces. Only the blue spaces are going to take dice. But maybe I'm setting up so that we can have a little arranged grid here and maybe fill.
You're close to that one too, though, with one single one.
Okay,
more
either
blue
one.
spot,
So eventually, in a future turn, we're looking to do something like this, right? Let's say I'm matching this.
Sure.
So I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to use VFX for the camera. And then when we have a set piece over here, we have now completed that and we can film that scene. That's how you need to do this. You can, it doesn't have to be literally vertical like that shows. You know, you can do that in any orientation.
Oh, that's
Okay.
not correct either. That.
Okay, that's what I meant. Thank you very much. I'm very good at orienting symbols and cards. You cannot mirror flip it like this, right?
Right.
You cannot change the actual orientation
okay.
of the icons. But yes.
Is the blue space in the middle board that's printed on the board always blocked, or can you build on top of
You
it?
may build over it on top of
Really?
it if you
Okay.
like, yes. But it is a free open space, so I would say you probably don't want to, unless a good tile comes along that is better anyway.
Okay.
Aaron, what does that question mark mean on that tile?
Good question. I will tell you what a few of those symbols mean on these tiles.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's nice.
So you'll see on some of these tiles, it'll tell you you may only place a certain die facing there. This tile, this square, can only take lighting die facings. This question mark means any die placed there is wild. So maybe we wanted to finish this scene again that took lighting, but all we had was this. That's fine. That has become a wild, and we can now use it as whatever we want. Now these solid border pieces. You cannot build outside the bounds of the set here. I'm just using this tile as an example. The solid border pieces have bonuses or penalties when you shoot a scene with a die placed on it. So if we shot a scene and this was part of it, this die correctly placed, we would gain an extra quality when we finish that scene. Not just when I place the die on there, because that could be removed by some method. Same thing here. This would generate $1 in our budget. We might have to film this because we needed the space to fill in the pattern, but this would draw an extra problem card and create a problem for our studio. Obviously, we wouldn't want to do that, but it could happen if we really, really needed the space. And as I mentioned, once you have placed a die on a set here, you can't move it, rotate it, take that scene away. You also can't decide, I like this better here in a later turn. You would have to pick those dice up and re-roll them as part of your first initial roll for your turn.
Okay.
They're locked in until they're either re-rolled on someone's turn or filmed as a scene. I think that's all the special things, so let's rebuild our stacks there.
Okay.
When you film a scene, you could, let's say, assign some dice onto the set there, but not have enough to finish your scene. These are mostly going to take 4 and 5 dice apiece to finish a scene. But let's say you did that on your turn. Lincoln may very well just have 3 dice to roll on his turn. That's how you might have less than 6. But he'd obviously be looking for the 1 or 2 die facings he needs to finish that scene.
Right.
When you film a scene, if you have the right orientation, the right dice faces here, it's going to cost you money. You're going to pay this amount of money, depending on which position the scene is in.
Okay.
You're going to, it also may cost you time or quality, depending on where it is. You're going to take the scene. It goes in the first number that's available here. There may be a way to move these later, but you just place it here face down. That scene is filmed. That is part of our finished movie. And at the end of the game, based on the script we have in play, we can earn extra quality bumps or even penalties if we got the right kind of scenes in our movie. When we finish our film at the end of the game, we're going to get quality bonuses if we matched up with what our script called for. these random cards we've assigned here before the game, they are calling for, in the first half of the script, the very attractive part, we want comedic and sentimental scenes.
Okay.
For that card, they don't need to be in any particular order, and they don't need to be in any particular sequence next to each other. We just need a sentimental scene and a comedic scene, and we get 2 quality bumps. And if we have another pair of a sentimental scene and a comedic scene, we get another 2 quality bumps.
Okay.
However, you'll notice that does not match up very well with the second half of our script, where the murder takes place.
It totally does.
Well, no, they're 2 totally separate types of scenes, because the murder part wants violence and drama, green and red, and those 2 can be in any order, but they need to be next to each other. It's showing red then green, or green then red. So we could get a total of 4 quality bumps by matching either this twice, or each of those once. But I'm thinking that if we substitute out one of those script things, we might be able to get more quality out of it.
So we're only going to film 5 scenes.
We are only going to film 5 scenes, unless we die before that.
Okay. There's no getting rid of one. I mean, the
we're not
editor
dying.
The editor can't replace a scene or anything.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
I
some
don't
of the
think so. I
cards.
think when it's done, it's done.
Okay.
I don't know. Can you replace one? You don't think you'd want to replace one.
I can move stuff
You
around.
can move
Right.
it around. And yeah, there's no filming a 4-scene movie.
We can't afford
There's
things to be on the cutting
afford
floor.
Once it's done, it's in the movie, baby. That's all we got time and money for.
But we're not dying.
No,
We're just running out of money or time.
well,
The
right.
studio dies.
Hey, the
goes
studio
bankrupt.
dies.
Yeah, the studio
The
dies.
studio dies. Your Hollywood career dies. That's a fate worse than death.
Your Hollywood career dies. I got a great agent.
All right, let's finish the actions here.
Okay.
We also have production meeting. That's how we're going to utilize these idea cards. We've talked about some problems. This is how we're going to fix some of them. A production meeting, let's say Nikki takes this action. It is any one die to play 3 idea cards. She's going to nominate 3 players.
Oh, wow.
In a 3-player game, this is easier, but in a 4-player game, you just pick 3 players, because it always involves 3 cards.
Okay.
You cannot specifically say, I have this idea card that's going to give us $3. Here's what it is. But you can hint,
I can
I've
affect
got
the
an
budget.
idea card that will help out the budget.
Okay.
I've got an idea card that will solve a small issue for the stuff with that blah, blah, blah. You can hint. You're just not supposed to say specifically what you have in your hand.
Okay.
So Nikki might very well nominate herself if she has a card that she thinks is useful. She might decline to nominate herself and just see a card from the other 3 of us if she doesn't like any of your cards right now. But so 3 of us are going to contribute a card to the production meeting. Nikki, or the active player, is going to look at all 3 of those cards and decide to do these 3 things. One of those cards is played immediately for its action.
Okay.
One of those cards is thrown out of the game. One of those, and the 3rd card goes down here in the later to be played possibly idea card sections. So one is played, one is out, and one is face up here to be played as a future action if we want to pay dice cost for it.
Okay.
So one of them is great, we need it right now, one of them doesn't really apply, and one of them can be activated later. Everyone who contributed a card to the production meeting draws a new idea card, so you'll always have 3. If this area fills up and you call another production meeting, you can either throw away that extra card or throw away one of these and replace it here, so there will always be 2 once there are 2 there. Or actually, not always, because you might play one of these, but if that area is full, you can either throw away the extra one or replace one there. That's a production meeting. You can only do that once per turn because there's only 1 space for it. These actions will play those cards that we've had left over from previous production meetings. The get intern action is sort of a last chance shot. I don't think this action will be taken that much. All it does is use a die to change the facing on another die.
Oh, wow.
Because maybe we really, really needed art department to finish a scene or get rid of this horrible problem or something. But it also adds another problem. It changes the facing of a die at the cost of a die and at the cost of a problem. It's a very inefficient action. But if it finishes the final scene in the movie or something very critical like that, it may be...
If we finish our 5th scene and we still have problems up here, can we just ignore them now? I mean, is the game over? And
The game is not over immediately. We process the end of the turn. which will not be that much because we've taken our actions. The only thing left to do on the turn, unless there's a, say, you lose $1 every turn problem or something like that. The only thing you do after you clear the dice and take all your actions on a normal turn is advance the schedule 1 time tick.
Okay.
Every turn is 1 time, and pass the dials to the new start player. But you don't have to advance the time on the final turn if you have filled all 5 scenes.
Okay.
So we could be on, this is the last turn you're about to die, but you do not have to advance the schedule on the final turn. So
Okay.
you may win the game on, there is no time remaining.
So again, I don't know the deck, and what you're saying is, as long as we don't have any end of turn problems to deal with,
That would kill us.
then we don't
that
have
would
to
kill the studio.
We can leave them on the board.
Yes.
That's my point.
Right.
Okay.
They mostly will just make actions harder.
Sure.
Or impossible, and I don't think they will generally, accelerate your
Your doom.
death or doom or cost you money every single turn. I don't remember the deck very well either. So that's the final thing you do on every turn. Advance the schedule 1 tick and pass the dials to the left for the new start player to roll their dice. All right, that's everything. We're about ready to start, but we will all look at our player roles, and they have separate individual actions and player privileges. We'll find out what those are. And in a nice touch, the game has individualized player aid cards that tell you the flow of a turn as well as your special player actions on each side.
All right.
So we all have the same refresh action, which is a single die that lets you discard an idea card from your hand to draw another to replace it. If you have an extra die that's not being used for something this turn and an idea card that you think is never going to be used, you can just refresh. You toss a card and draw another one.
Okay.
Now I am the director. I got a cool little beret and I'm framing a shot here, and my 2 actions are 2 dice to reframe. I can discard a scene card here in the storyboard and put it at the bottom of the deck, and if that creates a gap, I pull another scene card down into its place. So I can, this may be good if these scenes don't match up with the type that we're going for.
Okay.
My compromise action is essentially an exchange of whatever we have too much or not enough of.
I like that. That's
The director
called
does
compromise.
compromises.
I like
Yes,
that's
I
called
know.
compromise.
So for the cost of a camera or actor die, I can exchange in whatever I want, $3, 2 time, or 3 quality in any way I want. So I could spend 3 quality to take $3, or I could spend 3 budget dollars to increase 2 time, or lose 2 time to take 3 budget dollars, whatever I want.
Can you
there.
mix and match?
No, it's
Got it.
any
It's
one
not-
of those up and any one of those down.
Got it.
And my player privilege, which has no game effect but is very fun, is I may loudly shout "Action!"
Okay.
whenever a scene is shot. So only 5 times
right.
during the game.
I like
All right,
it.
Nikki is the editor. Tell me your
Yeah.
tell me your 2 powers that are besides
Okay.
refresh.
I can re-edit.
Uh-huh.
You may change the placement of scene cards in the editing room however you like. This action is not usable until there is at least 1 scene in the editing room.
Yeah,
Sure,
makes sense
yeah.
for sure.
Right.
It's going to be very, very nice for getting scenes in certain orders. Though.
Is that can she do any of them? I mean,
It
just
says any number.
okay.
On the little
the
thing,
whole
it
thing.
says any number, but
Wait. So if there's 1 scene, does that mean she could take scene 1 and move it to 4?
Sure.
But the next one comes in at 1.
Yes,
right?
they always
Yeah.
fill into the first number
Interesting.
available.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
I know,
Yeah.
it's really good. All
It's
right.
2 dice though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
oh yeah. And then my have playback. Choose any one idea card from the top 5 of the idea discard pile and play it. You may look through the top 5 cards in the idea discard first.
Sure. All
Okay.
right, don't do that yet. There's no discard pile.
No, I'll skip it
Okay.
for now.
what's your player privilege?
Oh, yeah.
Player privilege. You may make other players speak slower, faster, backwards, or in a foreign accent.
Nice.
my goodness.
Nice.
Cool. I am the cinematographer, and we have the grip truck where I can place a die here, and then I can change any unused crew die to either a camera or a light.
Nice.
Then I have the gaff tape, which is place a camera here, and I can resolve one of these cards, and that's all it takes. So every
Wow.
turn I could probably just finish one of these if we have
As
enough
long
dice.
as you
As long as you roll the
right.
camera.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I mean, I have the ability to change that. You know, if it were really
That's true.
important. You know,
That's
it's going to
true.
be 2 again, but like we could do this 3 for 2.
Sure.
You know,
Especially 3 of a kind for 2.
right. And then the player privileges. You may request creative oversight of any photos or videos taken by other players during the game. So any of your selfies or stuff, I'm going to let you know if they're
like
usable or not. Although I
Well-
think we don't. Didn't we say we're not going to? There will be no film on the cutting room floor. We're using
Right.
everything, right?
Well, there's no film.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have any film to waste.
I guess, does this game use film? Or do you think
I
it's
don't know.
digital at this point?
No. He's got
It
the
shows
camera.
film
He's
there.
got film camera.
Listen, all of your parts are very important, and as the star, I want you to all know I appreciate
Oh.
each and every one of you.
Oh my gosh.
My star privilege. Let me just start there with my privilege.
Okay, sure.
I can request applause from other players at any time.
goodness.
Oh man.
And
He can request.
And it is, I start with the privilege because, as I said, it's a privilege to work with each and every one of you.
Okay.
Now, here are my powers, because make no mistake, I have powers.
You got powers.
2 dice, new sides. This is pretty good. So I can replace either the top or the bottom half of the
Yeah.
script. And the best part is it's not random. If I want to replace this top part, I can choose any card from that deck underneath it.
Oh,
I can go
wow.
through the whole deck and just pick
Wow.
one, but only from that deck.
I mean, still pretty good.
From the deck that the top card is
Yes.
on. My star power is for an actor die. I can play any idea card from the to-do list.
Okay.
So that's great because it doesn't cost us
Two.
the two
Two
dice
or
or the
the-
money or the
Oh.
whatever.
Okay.
And that's it. Those are
money
my
or the
2.
whatever.
I keep thinking I have a third, but
Yeah,
Fresh
there's no
is the
third.
same for everybody.
All right. Wow, we got some powerful abilities. All right. We are ready to roll camera. Lincoln's going to pick up those dice and start us off. No, he's going to first play a problem.
You get this. You're the start player, so that you get this.
Oh.
Is
Start
that-
with $10 or 10 million or.
Oh, yeah, let me show the back of that dial. It's got a very cool little setup mechanism here where you don't even have to look at the numbers. You just go, we're starting on normal difficulty with 3 or more players, so these things line up to
That's
the proper thing.
crazy
Yes,
cool.
right? We don't even have to check the numbers. The lines line up.
Turn it over, because the other thing I liked about it is that it also shows you the order of what each turn is.
Yes, that's also on the back of your player aid.
It isn't.
Oh, no, it's not.
It
That's-
isn't. This is just the
You're
actions in the
right.
back
I
of our
lied.
player aid.
I lied. You're right. It's on because it's your turn and you're
Yes,
gonna have this in front of
it's
you.
really cool.
It shows you the things to do. So
Okay.
yes. All right. What's our problem?
Problem.
So much.
Just for the game's purposes. All right. We don't have that long.
The lead actor rented themselves a private diamond-studded hot tub
I'm
limousine.
sorry.
At the end of each turn, lose $1.
Oh, no!
That's
I-
gonna
like I s-
if I roll that, that's getting resolved.
I
right
said
away.
there's nothing that's
Well,
going to cost
any
us
2
money
dice.
every turn. Yeah, it is
or
any 2 dice.
just the.
Or just the one, yeah.
Just the one.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Camera. That's. I don't think I've played the cinematographer. That's very useful. That.
I know. I don't.
Problem solving
As long as you
ability.
roll it and don't need the
So-
camera for something else.
Clearly, you're going to be a problem during this production,
There's
Dave.
that solved right there. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is deal with this one problem.
Absolutely.
With
Use
your
that
special ability.
special tape.
Yep.
Yep, done. Goodbye, problem.
Problem.
Hello.
Then put that there, right? So that it'll be whatever we need.
Whatever we need
I love
to
it.
film. I like
Yep.
it. Mm-hmm.
And then put these here and put this out.
Okay.
So it can be whatever we. Is that in the right orientation? No, that's the right orientation, correct?
Right.
Oh no, it should be down here because this one could be both
Yes.
the
okay.
actors if
Yep.
we need to be.
Yep.
And then
You're gonna pay $1 if you take.
Oh,
that.
that's
yep,
right.
wait, pay $1. Don't go to 11, go to 9. And then
You can. What does this need to be? Oh, why don't we?
actually I could just put this.
Yeah.
I can put the camera there, and
Yes.
you know it
Yes.
doesn't matter. It's the same thing though. But yes, it's at least the camera
Right,
is
well, 'cause
something.
this
in
is a wild space
yes.
now. Yes.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Put them both out there.
And then if we put this here, then these are 2 wild
All right.
dice, right, for
They're-
any scene.
They are totally wild.
Because it's on the question mark.
correct.
Right.
Is it against the rules to rotate that to the wild side now?
It is
If you
not,
move it-
because
If you move the die, you can't. The die can't stay on it.
well, right. You're never gonna move a die. You're gonna pick it up and re-roll it. So
Right.
yes, this essentially is a wild die for if we actually shoot a scene.
Okay.
It fills any icon.
Okay.
And you got one left.
And then we're gonna do the production meeting.
Yes, I have a
Okay.
card that could or could not be used for future turns. It's not.
We're in
critical.
for you. What do you got, Dave? What do you got, Nikki? I'm spitballing here. Whatever you got.
do we need money yet?
We can always get money.
Mine can be money. That's what I have.
Because money at
But
least
it's
just
not-
puts us up. You know, we want to add production schedule days
Do you
and
want
money.
I can also turn money into scheduled days. That's the idea at some point.
I don't really care right now. Nikki, do you want to throw in a card?
Not really.
All right.
I mean,
done.
so
Then. Here, I'll throw in a card.
All right.
Okay.
Then Lincoln can decide.
I have a great card. My power is pretty great.
You don't have to call a production
Don't forget,
meeting.
Nikki can also mine the discard pile, so there's
Sure.
nothing
Oh,
ever
that's true.
permanently lost.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we do want to do this because we want a card there for
We'll
me
do-
specifically,
we'll do this
right?
one. Okay.
Okay.
So let's read these. We each get a card to replenish.
Yep.
Not me, because I did not.
That's right.
Okay. So the first one
You're not
is.
invited to our meeting.
Wow.
Well,
The
whatever.
first one is borrow money from unscrupulous characters. Gain $3 and draw 1 problem card. That's pretty great.
Sure.
Well, because problems aren't
Unscrupulous
necessarily
characters.
impossible.
Well, right. Correct.
Then we have leave some of the crew off the call sheet by accident.
Oh.
When unused die aside, it cannot be used for the rest of this turn or the next turn, but we gain $3.
That's mean.
It's not bad though.
And then here, this one is idea. Swap sets with the other film shooting next door while they're asleep. Choose any tile from the stacks and replace an unoccupied set piece on the grid with it in the same spot as the old one, then gain $1. So this one's cool, but it's not necessarily simple or effective right now.
Right. Agreed.
So I'll probably toss that one if Nikki can get it later. We might need it. That,
I'll
yeah, it goes
toss.
there. And then, let's see, can we use one of these? Well, it's not a big deal, right? I mean, it is.
Well, it'll be 2 problems at the beginning of my turn, but
But one of them may be not that big a deal to hold on.
one
to
of them
for-
might be resolvable,
Right.
or you could put that one down there.
And
Well,
the,
I feel-
the
I
one
feel
that I
this one-
played is not usable right now.
Right.
It's definitely a later.
But that one's okay. And then
Because it
we
has
just
to
go
have
with this one.
unused dice.
We're just going to take a problem and gain $3.
Just goes in the discard pile.
Then this one is the script fell into a paper shredder. At the end of each turn, shuffle both the top and bottom script decks to create a new randomized script. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh.
I don't mind.
I was
going to
say, right now we're not even sure what we're building, right?
Right.
And we haven't filmed anything.
Right.
And you were thinking about using that action, weren't you?
Yes.
I say
Well-
let's just see what the random script generates.
It saves 2 dice. That's for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And then we get $3 for that. Okay, so that's the end of my actions. So let's follow through with the problem here.
Whee!
We're just going to take these 2 off and discard them.
Oh my.
Is that correct?
What does it say?
It says shuffle both the top and the bottom scripts. Nope. You
Okay.
just
I think
shuffle
you
them
just shuffle the whole thing.
to get a
Whee!
randomized script.
I didn't like a very attractive murder anyway.
We're open to anything. We're just
And
want to get a
then-
film done.
Don't forget the last thing you're going to do is move schedule down 1.
Yeah. Okay, and we also have to get rid of these.
Nope. Not the 2 that you put
Oh
on
yeah,
the board.
not the 2
not
we put on
those
the board. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Yeah. I want to see what our exciting new script is.
Hey, there's a blue. Every 2 of those, we get to forgive me.
Forgive me, murder. Oh, I got it.
Come on.
I shuffled it like 10 times.
Forgive me, murder.
Hey, but that's better though. The purple and the yellow were not necessarily. I mean, we might run into them, but
Yep.
but 2 blues great right off the
I
bat.
still wish they matched up better. I want them to have the same color. Maybe they won't do that.
What do you mean?
Well, like if there was blue at the top and the bottom, so we could get lots of quality out of the
Oh,
script.
okay.
I see what you're saying.
Maybe
That
What
makes
we
sense.
want is the last card, but with blue and something else.
Right.
We
That's
don't want
exactly.
quality.
Blue
we
and
want
red
to get
is
this
really what we
done.
want.
No,
Yeah, the
no,
card.
we gotta make a great movie that makes money.
Okay, and then I pass that to you, but we subtract 1 day of the schedule to 8 days now. We're running out of time. That's a short production
It's a very
schedule.
short production, yes.
First thing I do is I draw a problem.
Yep.
So this slides down. And our new problem is, dun dun dun, the VFX team accidentally flooded the set with real sulfuric acid.
Oh, good.
Crew dice can now only be placed on non-blue spaces.
Oh.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Existing dice may stay where they are.
Well, that's good at least.
On non-blue spaces. Wow.
Well, here you go. You're going to roll those 4 dice.
All right. I'll roll them over there, I guess.
That's
No,
here, I like
that's
that.
fascinating. If you really wanted to like film something
Right.
that had the
Well, wait.
If you don't
I
have
could
a
do
good
this the other
layout.
way, right? No.
Do we even want this one? I guess it's for the
I don't know what we
murder
want
part.
anymore.
We can do
Wow.
these
Wow.
too.
Well, I got a lot of wilds. Do we care about these problems? By the
Yes.
way, when they get to the end, will this then just drop off?
If the problem card queue is filled, you don't draw another one at the beginning of your turn. But during that turn, you can't do anything like the idea card we played last turn, which gained us $3 to issue a new problem card. So we can't do any action or effect that would play a new problem card because the queue is full.
Okay.
All right.
So 3 is the max. There's no additional penalty, but we can't play a new one for any other
Right.
reason. However, Dave, this is a huge problem because you can't play on any blue spaces until you clear that problem.
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
No.
It's only on set pieces?
Only on set pieces.
All right, fine. Then it's
Only on
not that
set-
big a deal.
No, in fact, crew dice can only be on non-blue spaces on set pieces.
Only be played, but we can keep these.
Correct. But I mean, that means these are available.
But you can't play on empty.
Yes,
Yes,
right. I
you
get
still
it.
have to have a set piece up.
Okay. Well, we're going to have a production meeting to start with.
Hey, that's a pretty good
When are we going to do it
It's always
right
a good way
now?
to start the day.
And I am 100% putting this card in. And then who else would like to throw in an idea?
Oh, I have one.
Okay, I'll take it.
I
Oh,
have
I've
a,
got an idea for
I have
you,
a
Dave.
good idea.
I'll hold off.
Well, if I've got 2 good ideas now,
It's bad.
You're gonna like my idea.
okay,
Oh no. Should I not contribute then?
sure, if you
But
want.
someone has to.
Okay.
Either you or Lincoln does.
Well, hopefully it'll go in the discard and
Well, at the very least, it will go in the discard.
if I've read this card correctly, now that's a big
Here we go.
caveat. But
Here's the first idea. Use cardboard stand-ups instead of actors.
yeah.
This turn, you may ignore any number of actor requirements on a scene card when shooting.
Ooh.
Holy moly. So that's already done.
it's done. Yeah.
Well, we're doing that one.
Well, we might not be doing that one. We might be doing, let's see, hugs for everyone. Resolve any one problem card, and then do not draw a problem card at the start of next turn.
Oh, that's
so
good
when
too.
this says resolve, that means without the dice,
Yeah.
Does.
because this card says resolve any problem card and gain a reputation, or what's this
Ooh.
called?
Quality.
Gain a quality. I want to do all 3 of these.
Well, I mean, is there a chance we
Yeah.
can do this one?
I don't-
Because it has
We
3.
can do the red one right now with Aaron's card with this idea. Here's the thing, right? With my star power, I can do a second. Whatever I put down there, we can also do this turn
Yes.
for this one die.
Yeah.
Right.
Then I have these 2 left
Yeah.
still,
To put six,
Or clear the other problem if we want to.
or clear. That's true. I mean, I could. Wow, these are all so good. Okay? So let's assume we do the scene. What do you guys think is better, to get rid of a problem and not draw one next turn, or to get rid of a problem and gain a reputation?
quality. Yeah.
No,
quality,
I think the problem. Because look at if we do this, look how much quality we're getting. We're losing one for this scene. I sort of feel like quality is sort of easy to get. I can also just buy quality for money or time.
If we have money or time. What do you think, Link?
I vote for the free problem.
Yeah.
You
But-
think this one over
but
this one?
They're both good. I mean, it's not that big.
All right. You vote for the getting rid of a free
Correct.
problem. Okay.
Which is really 2 problems. We're
So this
resolving
goes in
one.
the discard.
Okay.
This here. It doesn't really matter which way I do it. That'll go down there.
Okay.
This one I'm going to play.
Yes.
So I'm going to resolve a problem. Here, I'm going to get rid of this one just because it's fun.
Goes there.
And we don't. I'll put this here just to remind us. We don't draw a problem at the beginning of the next turn. I'm going to use these 2 dice here to resolve this problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my star power to activate that
This
card.
idea, which means no actors required.
And
on
we've
shooting a
actually
scene.
made that red scene.
So
The red,
spend $2. We're filming it.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, right. Okay, 1, 2, yep.
And we lose a quality because for whatever reason this position scene.
It's because we're. Oh,
This is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
the
it's where
oldest
it's at,
scene
yeah.
in the book.
Okay.
I was gonna say it was because we're using cardboard standees, but that's actually not part of that position.
It goes here. We have filmed a violent scene.
It is. Look, it's violent.
That might be our murder. We might
Murder.
as well film the murder first.
Murder.
And then we slide this one down.
Starts with
And we
murder.
slide this
Hey,
one
there's
down.
a yellow one.
And there's a yellow. Oh, we can do yellow. Is this the blue?
We've shot a
It's
scene.
the
These
blue
come
crying
off.
guy.
Wow. The great thing is with Nikki's playback, she can pull back that card potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, any of those cards that we've
Yeah.
I mean,
used. Because that one, no actors, is
That
great.
one, no actors
Well,
is great for scenes with a lot of actors.
Having
Yes.
now seen 6 cards plus the cards in my hand,
Yeah, the
none
cards
of these
are great.
none of these are bad.
No.
You're going to want to reuse all of them, I
Yeah.
would think.
Yeah.
We shot this scene, which means these have to come up.
Correct.
Okay.
When you clear the dice,
The set piece
used in a
remains.
scene, the set piece always
Okay.
remains until we delete it or rearrange it with this.
These
Okay.
got used. That got used. All right. So let's see. 4 clear dice. Advanced schedule.
And we have no problems that have an ongoing
7
effect.
days.
7 days, and I pass that to you.
We need to shoot a bunch more scenes.
All right.
And no problem.
No
this turn.
problem at the start of
That's
this turn.
This.
You're right.
So I get
Which
to
is good
roll.
because this is a set problem coming up.
All right.
Oh, great.
All
Another
right,
set
what are we
problem.
gonna do here? All right. I rolled 5
Oh my
actors
God!
in
Hey,
an art department.
we need to do a production meeting,
three
by the
here.
way.
Right.
Before we do a production meeting, can you hand me a third idea card that I didn't get last turn because I forgot? Okay.
Production meeting.
Well, we could certainly film some actory things.
Well, I have a great card.
Oh, I have a card for that too. Let's see. Would we be able to shoot that? No, we would. Let me see. No, we wouldn't be able to get enough dice on. Oh
Gosh.
You're
This
gonna
is, these idea
Aaron,
cards.
you're gonna like this one, Aaron.
How do you not do a production meeting? I mean, I
I
guess
think you do one every day. I'd like to, like
these
yeah,
idea
you
cards
start
are
the morning
so
with
good.
give me,
It is
bring me my
taking-
coffee
It
in the
is
production
taking a
meeting.
die, though, right?
True.
You are using a die to
Right.
do that, and it may not. It could be great. Like you.
Okay, I'm gonna call a production meeting,
Okay.
and I'm inviting everyone but myself because all my dice are about something that we're probably not going to do this time.
There you go.
Or all my cards. Thank you.
Or give him one that's clearly a throwaway.
Yeah.
That's the other way
I
to
don't
do
know that I
it.
have one of those. Okay, here.
So I will now say I wish you had chosen the other die face when you see my
No.
cards.
You think? Oh, really? You think so?
Well,
Probably.
Take a peek.
All right.
Can I have that?
I really thought like, there's no reason I want to choose that one.
Does it make them all wild?
It makes all actors wild.
Oh.
I mean, they're already almost wild. All right.
I would
Use to-
have. I would have got your hint.
Use the actors who aren't on camera today as meat stands. This turn, actors are wild on set pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's. I mean, if we had it, we could actually
Yeah.
complete a
But we-
project.
Yeah, we could.
Which one though?
Well, any of these that are like 4.
If we could,
you know.
if we
Yeah.
could get the layout, yeah.
I mean, we still have 4, but
Wait,
5.
but they're only wild this turn.
Yeah,
Right.
you'd have to complete
You'd have to
it
complete the set.
There's
now.
no,
The
there's,
shot.
we don't have enough dice. I'd have to get 2 to put a set piece down.
For sure.
And get
But
them
it
down.
means it can come down here. But I mean, wonderful if we could use
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But here's the deal. You
All
can
right.
start setting up for a scene with those dice.
Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Idea: shoot with a super sensitive satellite lens. This turn, you may ignore one lighting or camera requirement on a scene card when shooting.
Satellite lens.
Idea: use the crew members' bodies as organic microphones. Re-roll any number of unused dice up to 2 times each. Any microphones that you roll are wild. So okay,
That one's good, too.
I definitely do
Yeah.
want to save this actor one for later. I think that's.
I
What
mean,
we
but
want.
we had the perfect roll.
we don't have enough dice
I know.
to actually film.
If
That's
we
the
had
problem.
2 more set pieces, it would be awesome.
Yes, we do need to build out our
It's
sets.
cool.
Well, if he had. Yeah, it's true.
Whatever. It's cool. Now we know it's there.
Actually, none of these are great for this turn. Is the problem?
What's wrong with the reroll?
the reroll's okay?
Because those are wild for anything.
Because I already have a match for this, so I don't really need a wild for that. And I'm probably gonna put any 2 or 1 here.
What is that one again?
It's the one that gains $3 by setting aside a die,
And you, not using an actor?
not using.
Sure. Whatever
Or
you
crew
call.
member. Put 1 unused.
So you answered
One
my
used die.
question in a weird way. We didn't actually need to do a production meeting this turn, as it turns out.
But we also, I mean, I had 6 dice that we needed to use. We don't have any problems.
right,
I can't take this action twice.
right.
We have to use them somehow. We don't have to, but it's best to.
Yep,
All right.
that makes sense.
So, I think I want to do. What did I just do? Oh, yeah. I'm using this card, but it doesn't even really matter.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling for wilds, but we don't need them. Or should I place them on? I guess if I get a wild, we can place it here. Yes.
Sure. That makes
So
sense.
then I'll re-roll them all
You can reroll
up
them all.
to 2 times each, and we're looking. Well,
Okay.
Wait. Make a scene.
Wow.
You
Wow.
must be able to do something.
No, there's not enough spaces for a scene.
Well, but you can start a scene.
I can start one, yes.
Because
That's amazing.
Right?
Wait, does this work?
well, he has...
Whatever I do, I have to do that, then I only have 3 dice to place.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I can't finish a scene.
Yeah, you're right.
But we can do 3/4 of any of these scenes.
Okay,
we
so
probably
lesson
should.
learned. We should have had the problem.
How come?
Because not only could you have solved it, but we'd be one closer to getting stuff.
Nah. This is better.
And we'd have a, I keep wanting to say reputation. We'd have a quality.
Quality.
Right.
All right, whatever. Do something.
All right, I'm doing this.
Roll camera. Oh wait, we filmed a scene.
Yeah.
You didn't shout action.
It says may. It's an optional privilege.
What kind of director are you?
The best kind.
So we're doing this one, maybe?
Because it comes with extra time. So let's do that one, right?
Right, but it puts a yellow one in there that we will
Oh,
have
that we don't need. Oh.
Yet.
if we redo this.
Yeah?
I think we should redo that. I really want these to match up. But the blues are also good, so we want to do both those. Maybe I'll do this one then. What does that need? Actor. Can we? Does that one work?
Can't do that again until Dave's turn, though, right?
Yeah, that.
Oh,
Well,
that
there's
one
probably an
works.
ID card. Like
What
that.
does yours do? Does it go in and just pick one?
Yes, anyone I want.
Okay, so then you could make something that pairs up with blue, potentially.
Correct. Or red. We already have a red, so I think we're committed to the red now, right?
See?
I think we're committed to the red one as well. But should I film the yellow, or should I set up for the yellow one and hope that we get yellow on the top? Well, you can choose anything.
Sure.
All right. I think that's the easiest.
Go for it. Especially because it gets us stuff.
Right. So I will just do this because whatever we place here is
Wait.
going to be wild.
Isn't that drop screen a set piece? It's just not in color.
No, it's a blue space.
Yeah, I think it's just decoration.
It's
Because like there's
decoration.
carpet
See,
here.
there's
Yeah.
carpet here. There's
Okay.
a fence here.
Yeah.
All
It's
right,
not an
all right.
actual limitation.
I think that's flooring on there. See how it's...
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That one's pretty good.
We took all our actions. We're not filming a scene.
Did you pay $1 to put that time
I did
in?
not. Thank you, David.
It's so easy to forget.
It is really easy to forget. It's there on the board, but it's
I know.
hard to remember. All right. I will take all the dice back.
Not those.
Not those.
Yeah, I did the same thing. So don't-
It says right here, clear dice. Oh, I'm only giving you 3 dice. You better roll any die to fill that scene.
Okay.
I'm giving this.
do we want to do it now? Oh, we're going to make sure we have something that has yellow.
We're
is what
down
we're
to
gonna
6 days.
I'll pick yellow. I'll find yellow
All
somewhere.
right.
I'll find like a yellow red in here, right?
do. Right.
And
Or a yellow green.
you start by flipping a
Yeah.
problem.
Right.
Here we go.
Problem.
Problem. Someone left the doors open and wild alligators have wandered onto the
Oh
set.
no.
Put a blocked token on any one set piece. No
Wow.
crew dice can be assigned to it.
Well,
That's the only one we can put it.
No.
apparently we can put it on that one. You just can't assign
Oh.
any new ones to it.
Remove, reroll, and reassign any crew dice already there.
Oh, never mind. Let's just get rid of that.
Yeah.
If there are no set pieces, shuffle this problem card back and draw again.
But it just takes any 2 dice. So,
You can resolve that first.
and then we have 1 more die to finish that.
Right.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Right?
Just all you got to do is roll any 3 symbols.
sure.
Even I could do that.
we should win right now. We got all 6
This is
wild
ridiculous.
symbols on all 6 dice.
funny.
That should be some kind of bonus.
That's fantastic.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So you can do this here, and this is done, right?
Not yet.
I mean, but you could do that.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you could.
I could,
Yeah.
and
You don't
it's
even need to.
done.
You don't even need to resolve the problem.
No.
Just forget this
It's
set. It's
already
got
there.
alligators on it.
Alligator set.
Alligators in
So
there.
do we want to have a production meeting?
Wait,
instead?
no, hang on. She cannot do that there and make it because that's lighting, and it needs to be.
It needs to be camera at the bottom.
This
Yeah,
is wild
that's why
for
we're gonna
anything.
do that, yes.
All right. So we do need to. We need to
Hold
clear
on,
out the alligators.
Hold on. On a scene card when shooting. I guess I still have to put something down though, right?
Oh, the special lens?
Yeah.
Oh no! You just ignore it.
So
This is ignore a camera or lighting on a scene card. So this scene would already be done if she played that idea.
Okay.
all right. So
But we still need to get rid of the.
It doesn't matter if she's resolving the problem,
We still need to get rid
It's
of the
the same
problem,
3
very
dice.
much. Yeah, it's the same 3 dice.
but one way is more fun.
I think let's get this out of the way here. The problem.
Yes. And now we have one left.
Any two dice.
Any two dice.
Any two dice.
They didn't have to match
A
like
waste
that.
of wilds.
This goes away.
Yay.
Yay.
Then I can finish this scene.
This scene here.
This scene. 1, 2, 3, and 1.
Probably could finish
Right
almost
there.
any of it. Yep. And
So then, and that finishes this scene.
which?
Will give us. We have to pay 4,
You've got the dial.
and we
But it goes
get.
up one
A day.
time.
Yeah.
So we go back to 7 days, and then we pay.
I know 4 is a lot.
1, 2,
We're gonna
3,
need,
4.
we're gonna need some
We're
of these
at
money
5.
making ideas.
That cost 4?
Yes.
Wow.
But what a sentimental scene.
Wow,
it is.
another one.
Oh.
Oh.
With what a weird layout.
Okay.
Ooh, but it comes with stuff.
Oh,
Does
it
that mean that these come with stuff?
No, that one also does have a quality bump if you film that scene.
Okay.
Yes.
So, okay. I finished signing my die.
Yeah.
We are going to clean up the die. Now, we finished the scene, but...
So because we used all those in a scene, they all clear.
Okay. So Lincoln gets all the dice.
And
Then we go back down to 6.
Yes.
Because...
so we essentially spent no
The
time
deal.
today, but we spent a lot of money.
And then I pass this to you.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what did we have? Do we have anything down there that gives us money?
This one, but we have to use. You have to have an unused die this turn and next turn.
Technically, you could get $2 once you resolve
You also
this
could-
problem.
That's
I will leave that to you anyway to potentially do because you can do it for cheaper than I can
Right.
do it.
Yep.
I do not have any money making ideas.
Here's your problem. Too much time was wasted early on. Now we have to work double time to make up for it. If you do not shoot a scene each turn, lose $1 per turn.
Woof.
Oh.
Not good
Wow.
for right now.
It's all right.
Well, I can deal with it with one camera if
Yeah,
I'm fortunate
That's
to roll
probably
it.
fine. I mean, you should if we can.
Yes, because we don't want to do that. We don't have that much money.
Right. I can raise money on my turn for time or quality, but
Yeah,
those are
not good.
actually. It's almost a cheat, but I can lower quality to the victory space by just adding money or time.
Only once, though. Once you're at the bottom, you can't lower it
No,
anymore.
I know, but hey, we're already with that. We're that.
Even with what we have, 2 scenes would finish it.
No.
Okay.
We still have to film 5 scenes
Okay.
and not get above this space. Then we would have to not match the script. We want to make it as low quality as
Come
possible.
on, that's no fun.
Why not? It's a movie making tradition.
Hey, okay, another
Did you roll what you needed?
No, probably not.
You
No
didn't.
camera.
Yeah,
you got a wild.
I
Oh,
got a
wild.
wild.
right.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah, we got to do that.
All right, Lincoln, what do you want?
Okey
$2 or a time?
Woof. Well, we got an extra day. Let's just add $2 to the
Yeah.
budget.
Okay.
And we just clear those for a new 5.
Okay. And then,
Maybe we just put more stuff
hey, look,
out
we can
there?
use 2 creative ones for doing that. Do we want
also
to do a
got that
production
one
meeting?
That makes money.
What's
Yeah.
your grip truck do again?
It just
It
changes
lets
the
me
die
change
face.
one. I can convert, but I have to spend a die to do that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the wild is just as good as rolling a
Yep.
camera in this,
That makes
in
sense.
this sense.
That totally makes sense.
Do we want to do a production meeting? I mean, does anybody have any potential money-making ideas?
No, I do not. My ideas are all shooting scenes.
Shooty.
I also do not. I think one of those is money making.
It is, but and Lincoln was saying that, but it makes
Better
a
for
little
me.
more sense for
Sure.
you to activate it cheaply, but we also get a free.
I have a pretty good card to give us more schedule. What does it cost us, though?
Well, I don't know. You could either start shooting something.
Oh, action!
Oh, yeah.
Now?
Yes, I'm doing it for the rest of them.
Okay.
Well, possible suggestion, which is if you truly don't have an idea yet on what you're going to do with some of those dice, you could spend 2 and do one of these cards.
Yeah.
Even though it's one more die than I can, because
Sure.
at least it does a card.
Well, I
Right.
mean, looking at what we have, I'm just seeing...
This one's for filming. This one's for money, but using less dice.
So you could do 2 idea cards this turn if you wanted.
How do we do that?
You call a production meeting.
Oh, yeah, one of them
and
is
then
for
You do
action.
one of them, you put the other one down here, you replace one of these 2, and then you use
I
the
mean,
last
yeah.
2 dice to do it.
Okay.
I
we-
mean,
I don't
do
know if
that.
that's a great plan per se, but it is a
Right.
way to play 2 cards and
Right.
get use out of your dice.
seems like the only thing to do if we're not going to shoot a scene. Or although he could also put out a new set piece, and we could decide what we're sort of heading towards.
Right.
Here.
I have something that would help us with the schedule a little bit.
Okay.
But I definitely think we're going to be treading some tough edges here because the money situation is, we're going to take a hit.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to take a hit to do this unless we rejigger, which I don't think is as good. So I
agree.
I feel we should just spend the dollar and do this.
Sure.
I agree.
And just put it out like wherever we think this orientation's wrong, because like this would be great, right? But this is going, and it's too far anyway. In other words, I'd like to try to build that one because it has that one piece further away.
Here.
Yeah.
It's a pain.
Well, yeah, there's the rejigger, right? That would allow us to build this.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
That's all you need. Or
Well, then maybe we just do that and just build towards that.
just rotate or slide that.
Yes.
But I still don't mind your plan of putting a piece out, because the more pieces we have out, the easier it is to rejigger stuff down the line, right?
I agree.
So I like the idea of putting out
But
the
we
money
also,
one.
yeah. No, I don't hate it. They're both good. Let's not think about it too
okay.
long.
Well, then let's just put this out and do something like that.
All right.
Okay, that's fine.
And
And pay the
then
dollar.
that's $1.
And
Then we're
wait
having
for
a
the
production
airplane.
meeting.
What is
No.
this production meeting about?
That's a great question.
Yeah. I have potential to get us.
You could always just go and throw in a bad card.
I know it.
Yeah.
And because I've got that lined up too. So it
That's-
depends
yeah,
what we're
mine
going to talk
only
about.
invite me to waste a card. That's my.
Actually, Lincoln, are you calling the production meeting
I
officially?
mean, we are absolutely doing a production meeting. I'm just talking
He's
about what
talking about
die
what
faces
icon
we
to
have
use.
left that we need to.
I don't think it
My
matters
feeling is
because-
you're going to use the other two to do one of these,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe place them for...
You need these two if you're going to place.
Right. If we
Correct.
do it.
We already placed, right?
Well,
A die.
Nikki's talking about for this one, right?
Right.
we
If you're
do
doing the
this-
production
I
meeting, then
see.
you need you need to waste the microphone
Yeah,
to
let's
do
just
it.
do that and then. put-
Okay. I'm going to give you my most fun card.
Okay. Well,
And what are we talking about
I
today?
got a pretty great one.
Well, you're going to love that one.
I think we're looking to increase our money
Card,
or
please.
improve our schedule. I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you want me
We're
in
down
this
to 5
meeting?
and 6 and 6 right
Yeah,
now.
go ahead.
Okay.
This idea I just drew is so good.
So here we go. We've got idea: buy stock footage, pay $4
Whoa.
and lose 3. Oof! To immediately transfer any one scene from the. I guess it's from the storyboard. Yes, it is from
Yeah.
the storyboard to the scenes
Wow.
To just shoot
without
it
paying its
automatically.
cost. If a scene has, well, that's not terribly expensive except for the 3
Yeah.
fame.
That
or
seems
the,
like a discard
quality.
to me, but read the other two.
If a scene has a star bonus, ignore it. Okay. Hire a second unit of trained monkeys to shoot simultaneously. Pay $1 and draw one problem card, and then we gain 2 days.
Ooh.
I know. That's pretty great.
That's
that was the
pretty
one
good.
I
That's like
just
2 turns.
Yeah, but wait. Look at the next one. You're going
Okay.
to like it.
remember the idea that someone had at that one time. Look through the top 10 cards in the idea pile, discard, choose one and play it immediately. That's pretty great too.
I like the add 2 days one. That's a lot of win.
I'll tell you why I don't like that. I think the money is going to be harder for us than the days.
That one's $1.
Right, you get $2
You
for
get $2
this
here.
Oh wait, it's only lose $1?
Yeah, it was
it's
$4 for
$1
the scene one.
to draw one problem to gain 2
Yeah.
days.
And our problem is okay.
It's a problem card.
And we've got a $3.
Oh my God, the problem is a problem card.
Yeah.
We've got a $3 here.
Okay,
And
do
a
it.
$3 here. I think we're okay. I mean, I don't want to spend too much money,
Okay,
but yeah. And we've got this as in. We'll be cognizant of the budget.
okay, great.
But I love this one. I don't. What are we going to do? So are we going to do
Well, one
two
of them
on the board?
You
or-
can do 2 of these cards because you can put one of them down there and use your other 2 dice to do the other one.
Right.
That's why I gave you the discard one.
I like that. Remember the idea that someone had it that one
That's
time.
so great. Yeah, that sounds like such a production meeting thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we're going to do the hire a second unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look how skilled these guys are. Put it in the Zoom spot there. Monkeys are handling it.
They are handling it.
All right. So pay $1.
They're probably More skilled than our primary crew.
So pay $1, yes.
Pay $1 and
Another
you gain
$1
2
down.
2
days.
days. So we're up to 8 days in the schedule.
I want to use
Okay.
this card again.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
great.
then flip a problem immediately.
Okie dokie. The producer hired mob goons to help with the production's problems. Now resolving problems now costs $1, including this one.
Ooh.
Wow. Well, maybe that's what you're doing with your other 2 dice.
Okay, where are you placing the 2
Yeah, one
production
of those has to be-
cards?
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah.
One's in the discard pile.
And the other one can also be
And the other one
discarded.
can
That
also be in the
there.
discard pile
Or
or
replace
over
one of
here
these.
somewhere.
Right. Do we want to do one of those with the remaining 2 dice, or do we
That's-
want to place them here?
Or do we want to solve
I
this
think
problem
at
that
this
just came
point we
up?
want to solve the problem
Yeah.
with them now.
Right.
Too
'Cause
bad.
otherwise that's going
Are we going to pay $1
That
just to do
one's
this?
3.
Just
Yes.
now?
Otherwise we're going to have to pay $1 every
I know,
problem
I know,
forever.
I know. Well,
Which
until
means
we
$2
resolve it.
on my turn.
Right.
Right.
One for
Well,
each.
not
One
if
for
you-
each problem.
Not if you do that one first.
Correct.
Okay.
You can always just do that one
It's
first.
true.
Well, what one would we get rid of down there?
This one is actors are wild on scene cards, and this
Yeah,
one
that
is,
one's more unlikely. That was like great for that one.
I've got a
chance.
lot of scene shooting cards, so I
Okay.
do think that's
Okay.
one is easier to discard.
Oh
And then-
no.
I know, but it was good.
I was happy to give it to you.
I mean,
though.
on
It was
my
just
5-actor
fun.
roll, that was amazing if we had a scene to
Sure.
shoot. But
right.
yeah.
Yes.
And then I guess we'll put these here. That'll
think
resolve
so,
that.
yeah.
We'll spend
It's
$1.
gonna
We're down to
cost-
4,
but we got the mob
and
off
we
our
lose
back.
a day on the schedule. And first of all, we'll pay that.
Yep.
Then we
Clear the dice.
Clear the dice, and then advance the schedule. So
All right. What's the schedule at?
it is now at 7.
Oh, that's great. But I guess the money's the problem.
Yes.
All right, problem
money's
card.
too tight to
Don't be
mention.
too bad.
Yeah.
Problem. Everything is going wrong all at once. Whenever you resolve any other problem, immediately draw a new one. So not this one.
So good thing we didn't have that other problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Okay. So I drew a problem card. Crew dice, please.
Crudité.
I have a fun turn coming.
Oh boy.
Because my idea cards are awesome.
Until the
Got some
dice,
actors there.
the
No.
dice don't work.
No,
for
the
you.
dice currently are working for me. So, I am going
Production
to...
meeting?
Oh, hang on, yes. Question. What do I need for this? Lighting, acting, makeup. I need that camera. What icon do you need, Aaron? Does it matter? Doesn't really matter. Okay, because you can always re-roll that yourself, right? Production
I don't know
meeting.
why you're asking.
What are we talking about?
Production meeting. I am going to throw in
Wow.
this card.
Wow.
This would be a great production meeting
wanna
to
throw
get
it
rid
in.
of stuff if you want.
I got one. Well, that sucks because
But if
I
you got something good, give it to me.
Okay, I'll do it.
I don't know what you're trying to work out.
I don't need.
Well, we need money.
Yep.
Okay.
The
Draw
card
draw
name.
replacement cards.
Yep.
Lincoln and also myself. All right, our cards are. Don't use any electricity today. If you haven't shot a scene this turn, gain $2. Wow,
Hey, that seems pretty good.
that's fantastic.
That was the one I drew. I didn't even look
Idea:
at-
use cool old-fashioned practical effects instead of CGI. This turn, gain 1.
Quality?
God, I always want to say reputation. Gain 1 quality for each used when shooting a scene. Discard. Hey, this one can go down here somewhere. What can be replaced that we don't
We've
care
got
about?
look through the discards and money for unused dice.
Look through the discards. Stays. Sorry, that goes there. I'm going to use this one
Really?
first.
Okay.
Here's an idea. Replace 1/2 of the script with another half of your choice. Then gain $1 or a reputation.
Ooh.
Or a quality. So I'm going to gain the $1. And let's look at
We
this.
have no reputation.
And let's look at
We're
this.
just looking for
Right.
quality.
Reputation
Goodbye,
is already
this.
To
done.
do something for our.
So
All
we
right.
want either this or more red.
You're saying
greens.
goodbye to the. Okay. I
Yeah,
guess
that's
so.
the one we haven't
Well,
done.
we have 2 blue. That's
But-
all. I know.
I know.
That's good.
I think he's gonna get us
That's
a better script.
good. Ooh, that is good.
The whole deck you can go through.
Yeah.
Just this top part.
Well, I meant
Well,
the
yeah.
top.
Okay, I want that. Well, I can only do one, so here we go.
I want that, and I want that, and I want
If we
that.
have yellow in 4 and 5, we
Ooh,
get 3 reputation.
sounds like a job for editor lady.
Yeah.
Right? Because otherwise it's 2 cards for 2 reputation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right,
And
so
because
that's
that's a specific color and 2 specific spots, it's a 3 reputation.
that goes in the
I like
discard
it.
pile. That goes to use it,
I
right?
like it.
All right, I'm going to use this for my new sides action, and I'm going to go through this half of the
Oh.
script. Goodbye, murder.
Okay.
Well, it's a Hooray for is their movie
Hooray
title.
for Murder was our temporary working title for half a day.
Hey, there's no red yellow in here. There was no red yellow in the other one either.
Well, they probably made it so those two don't work together.
Well,
That's
really,
right.
It's really annoying.
It's our sentimental violence that we've already filmed. It's not a very good fit.
Well, all right. Let's put up Heartache then. All right, our new script is Hooray for Heartache.
Yeah.
Hooray for heartache.
Heartache.
Hey, the
I mean,
blues are good now.
Since we have blue, right? That seems like so blue, yellow, yellow, basically.
Yeah.
We can only do that once, though. That's the
But
problem,
we can still get 5 quality, which is more than most combos.
Wait, you can do.
right?
But no, this 4 and 5 have to be
Yeah, yeah.
yellow.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but he's
So-
right. The other two combos,
Yellow, blue, yellow, yellow is what we want.
right? Even if it was yellow, blue, that would only be 4.
Right.
So he's right.
It's 5 instead of 4, which was most of the combos were 4.
Okay.
I think that's about as good of a script as we're going to get.
Okay.
So yes, let's get rid of that horrible problem.
Goodbye, resolved problem.
Other way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then finally, for my star power, I'm going to play a thing from the to-do list,
Ooh.
which is the one that gives us the money if I don't shoot.
Yes,
That was the one
which
you...
we haven't shot and we can't shoot this turn.
We gain how much?
$2.
1, 2, ka-ching, ka-ching.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty great one.
That was a
Use
pretty good
electricity.
Dice go away.
Don't use electricity this turn.
We move down to day. We have 6 days left on the schedule. There you go.
Let's have a problem.
Problem.
Yeah.
The sound person forgot to press record. Hey, we know that one very, very clearly.
That's never happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Jeez.
Block token on the quality track. You cannot gain quality, but you can still lose it.
Hey, whatever.
We're
We
not
don't even-
gaining
At
quality
the end-
anyway.
At the end of each turn, if the
can
quality
gain
marker is
quality?
below start, move it back to start. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, so it's actually going to help us.
Well, unless you build this, we won't gain that quality, right?
But it's still, at the end of the turn, goes up to start.
Yeah.
It's going to
pretty good.
give us 1 quality.
So
if
at
we-
least this
if we
turn-
don't solve this problem this
Yeah.
turn.
No, fair enough.
That is funny. All right, here we go. 6 wilds.
Yeah. No.
Okay. So
Not
we
a one.
pretty much want to film... Oh, we can film the blue first, right? Because the blue fits perfectly there.
Yes.
All right. And we kind of want this one... Well, this one's actually cheaper, but it costs more dice. All right. So we have camera, actor, sound, art, light. No wilds. Let's look at our production meetings, and let's look at what we've got here. We might have to rearrange.
I have a throwaway card if
Okay.
no one wants to get rid of any of the cards in their hand right now.
Okay.
But I don't have any good ideas for you.
I have a almost automatic probably going to use card.
I can hold off.
Well, let's have a production meeting.
Yep.
Because that may be just what we need.
What the doctor ordered.
So we will do this. Let's have a production meeting. I am doing... I may not even need this. That may be fine for later. Okay.
What was the deal with this?
It can't go up this turn. So, like, if we filmed this scene,
All
we
right.
would not get that 1 bonus.
Then I will use this one.
I will take a look at that. Here's your replacement card.
Thank you.
You can just put that in
Okay.
the discard pile if you want.
Well, I mean...
You should read it.
It's fun to read.
You want to read it out loud, I agree.
All right.
Ooh.
Hey, Nikki's got an idea. Put shopping cart wheels on the sets. Move and or rotate any number of sets.
Nice.
That's great. My idea is pretty good, but it's actually going to be amazing for later. Fire the crew that showed up late and hire someone else. Change 3 unused die faces to faces of your choice.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And you said I could pretty much discard this one. Hire personal assistants to worry about your problems. Resolve any number of problems, lose $1 or a quality for each you resolve. All right, I'll discard that one.
It's not
And
bad.
this-
If we had 3 problems,
right. And a lot of budget to waste.
you would need no dice for them. But
So we are going to rotate and move any number of sets. Let's see if we can be geniuses here
Yeah, I don't know.
and like get both of these set up, because one of them I can,
Good luck.
one or both I can film right now. Let's see. This needs 3. Okay, I can do this one right now with the faces we have.
Can you figure this out backwards?
Don't even try. But all right, let's see. Does that work for all of them? Camera, actor. No, this has to go here. That works for all of them, right? It doesn't work for this piece. But can it work?
Yeah.
Here's the deal. We only need one blue to score the two things over here. So make the blue you can make.
You're right. You're right, because we want yellows for the other ones.
Yes.
You're right.
We want one more yellow, and then the other one can be any color we want.
We really should be trying to set up these two at the same time is what we should be doing.
We should be trying to set up whatever the one is yeah.
Okay. I've rearranged the sets one more time. I was no way to make them all perfect for two different scenes. We are filming the blue scene in the middle, 33F. A microphone, sound goes here. An actor goes here on the actor space. Camera goes here, right in our middle open set space. And anything wild can go here, but we actually have the art department there. This scene is filmed.
Okay.
Yay.
Gain $1 for filming correctly a scene on that dollar gain
And then
space.
we lose 3.
And we lose 3, thank you, for filming.
Spend 3.
Yes,
Money well
We lose
spent.
3. Okay,
Right,
I guess
we
so.
spent it. The scene's action! We've
Okay.
now filmed this dramatic, sad scene
Okay.
where the guy's in the bar, right in the middle of our movie. Our movie is past the midpoint, and I have one more die. I can't compromise. Oh, I can't compromise. I don't have that die left.
You can refresh.
I don't think that's really worth.
I don't know. No one's done it
I think
yet.
leaving a die here is actually the better idea.
Okay.
Because this is a powerful thing. Well,
She's just going to roll it anyway. Why wouldn't you roll it
Yeah,
if you
why
could
wouldn't
get the
you roll
die
it? If you can
face
get the wild.
die face you want?
then I should refresh. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Meanwhile, these-
That's okay.
These come off.
You're okay. You're CFC.
See, and you're okay.
Nikki, slide that one down.
Yes, sir.
Yay,
Another
more yellow. Ooh.
This goes away.
Is that
too.
really good?
Ooh.
I was just
that
wondering if
one's
we
fun.
could...
That one's fun, but I'm
We
gonna
can make that one
discard.
with this configuration. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. And we can even get $1.
Which
All
one?
right.
This yellow.
The one we just revealed.
Oh,
All right. I've cleared the dice.
yeah.
Down
Okay.
to 5 days.
We didn't solve this problem.
Sure.
So at the end of each turn, if the quality marker is below start, move it back up to
Oh,
start.
it's almost like we abused that little power and moved our quality up one.
All
Unless we're going for the worst possible quality,
All right,
in which
Nikki.
case that was bad.
Here's your problem.
Okay.
Someone spilled film developing fluid and now everyone's all loopy on fumes.
Good.
Put a block token over the production meeting action.
Hey, no
That
minutes.
action
Hey,
cannot
Wow.
be taken.
Forget that. Who
There
cares?
might be some good ideas coming out of loopy people.
Well, not
You
anymore.
don't know.
Not anymore.
You can still play these ones too. You might as well.
Yeah.
You could just use those cards, or you could be getting rid of some problems, or you could be filming that beautiful yellow scene.
All right. Well, I'll probably do the yellow scene.
If at
Let's
all
roll
possible.
the die.
You're getting low on money though. That yellow scene will take us down to $1.
Well, maybe. Okay. I have got.
Well, we can't run a production meeting, but we can play cards that are in play.
Yeah.
Correct.
I got 3 cameras.
Hey.
A light, a microphone, and a wild.
No actors that we need for that scene.
Yeah.
But this one lets you change to whatever they want,
Okay.
should you wish to change them.
The question is, before you shoot that scene, do we want to get rid of this?
Yeah. Should I just be a cleanup person? I do not need to edit. This is in the correct
right,
order.
we like where it is right now,
Yeah.
but we need yellow to finish.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my editing is going unused.
But that means we're doing everything right.
Oh, okay.
You're not having to re-edit the film.
Do you want me just to clean
It's
up the
because
problems?
the film is a moving target. We
Right.
keep changing.
Right, no, we do keep changing the script according to what we
Sure,
have.
it's if
So it's 2 of the same to resolve that last one, and then 2 different to resolve this one. And then
Okay.
look through the top 10 cards in the
Did-
choose one and play it
Hang on.
immediately.
this goes away when
It
you
does,
resolve
and
that
this,
one.
Yeah.
oh, this
Yeah.
goes away when we resolve the second one.
Right.
Did you
can-
have? I apologize because I wasn't seeing the dice face. Did you have the 4 dice to be able
No.
to
No.
do this one?
I had no
She has
actors.
no actors, one wild.
Okay.
and everything takes more than one actor. So
Got it.
I have 2 die left.
Remember, you can place them there and just wait for somebody else to finish the scene next turn, but it's
I
more
can
fun
put
to do.
out a scene, put out a set piece for $1 if we want some more flexibility for Lincoln to set stuff up.
I don't think we need that right now. And we're going to go real low on dollars when we shoot
Well,
that scene.
we're going to resolve this problem and gain
yeah.
$2.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure on my turn. $2. I want my $2.
We'll do this. I take 10,
The
double
top.
checking from the trash.
Yeah.
One.
Anything that gives us money is good.
Yes. Money would be nice. However, well, I know that one of the ones she just took that I had that was money had to have an unused die. So that one is out, even though it's in her hand right now.
Yep.
I'm just going to look for money symbols and
sure.
then read the money symbol ones.
Oh,
Let's
we have the monkey one again,
lose.
which is a problem, and then $2, whatever that one did.
That
The
one's
monkey one?
probably good.
Yeah.
That was $2. $1 to get 2 production days.
Oh, it was days.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which is good too.
But we're right now money is the bigger problem.
Right.
We have 5 of each, and the money goes faster.
Can she rearrange the deck, the discard pile, so that it's whatever she might want
Okay.
next time will be in the top 5?
Ooh.
Let
Sure,
me-
that's true.
Don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to do that.
What was the card I'm using here? Choose one and play immediately. It doesn't say.
I'm going to
on
say
this
no
one.
then. Keep them in the order they're in.
Okay. Except they're
Doesn't-
sitting there flipping through things, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look through them.
Oops,
it doesn't
I'm
say
sorry, that's in
reorder
the top
them.
5.
Okay. This is actually the only one that works.
Okay, what is it?
If you haven't shot a
Oh,
scene
sorry.
this turn, gain 2.
Fantastic.
Great.
Okay? So
That was
Put it on
the
top.
that was the
That-
not use electricity, which
Yeah.
is great. I mean,
Yeah.
goes there.
another great one.
We're
Yeah.
saving a lot of money.
So
gain 2.
we go up 2, 1, 2, and that's the end of my turn. So we go down to 7. 7 money, and we're at 4 days.
All right. We got this.
And we
Ladies
use
first.
this one.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. Did we use the day?
I
did.
did.
Okay.
Here's
Yeah,
your
4
problem.
days.
The editor is recutting the film as an experimental avant-garde art piece.
That crazy editor who hired her.
Oh no.
I got
no.
bored.
Well, you're
You
going to
guys
resolve it
weren't
anyway.
giving me
He's going to
anything
resolve it
do.
anyway. Each
Okay.
time you shoot a scene, shuffle and randomly redistribute all scenes in the editing
That's
room.
hilarious.
If there are less than 2 scenes in the editing room, shuffle this problem back into the problem deck and draw a new one.
Okay. Well, if let's hope I roll a wild or a camera, and I rolled a camera
All
by
right.
some
That's
miracle.
nice.
Okay, so that's done.
You do
And,
this?
And that's gonna give us
it's gonna get us
$2 or a production day.
Production day.
Production day looks like it's more attractive at this point.
Although we need to shoot 2 of these, so maybe the dollars.
Okay. We only
All
have
we gotta
4.
do is that's a whole round for each of
We
us.
can get there.
We can do it.
Okay.
You guys.
We can't fail. We'll never fail this.
Okay. Now,
Although we also need the quality. We really need our
Yes.
film to be.
well, if we fill some
bumped
of these
up.
cards, we should do okay, right? That's
All right.
5.
I know, but
I know, we're low.
We
All
need
right.
to. We need to film those.
Can you
scenes.
do one of those
Yes.
yellows? Did you roll the
I
necessary
don't think
things?
So. I mean, look at this. I have a lot of.
That changes 3 die faces. If we can do that, you might be able to. You can film a yellow no matter what. What do we got? 2 actors. Don't forget we have a wild on the thing.
We can do this
camera.
We
one.
can do this
Yeah.
one.
We can
as soon as we have the
absolutely do
stuff.
this one.
And what does he have? He's got a.
I've got
You got 1 actor
actor, which would go.
on one of those 2,
Okay.
either side of that actor.
Okay.
You've got the light. You don't have the light
Nope.
or the camera.
Nope.
You got one. You got 1 thing for this one.
Right.
Yeah, that's not great.
Wow.
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 Okay, I can spend a die to make a camera. Let's just do that.
Or you could spend 2 dice to make whatever you want and leave only Dave 1 thing that he has to
Let's
roll.
just do that.
Change up to 3. Okay.
What do we need here?
We need a camera here, so you might as well place a camera. And we need
Light.
there.
Sure.
So Dave has to roll an actor.
An actor.
Oh, do it the other way. Put the actor out.
Put the
because
actor
the
out.
actor is useful to me here.
Okay. So then you need to roll a light or a wild.
Okay.
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 Sweet.
With 3 dice.
So that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Yes, with 3 dice, and
Hey.
and hopefully the problem is not too bad.
Down to 3 days. Look
Oh.
at those exclamation marks.
But we gain a day if he films this scene.
Right, for $4. but
That's
yeah.
it's
$9
worth a day.
We're rich.
$1 worth a day.
Here we go. Problem. The actors practiced screaming too much and lost their voices. Oh, you can no longer assign actors to any action.
Oh!
Perfect.
Brilliant.
That worked out
Brilliant that
So
you changed
you
that
gotta-
lesson.
That was
so
just lucky.
great. I
That
know.
was just lucky.
Perfect luck. All right,
Oh
roll.
my gosh.
You need a light or a wild.
Light or wild? Boom.
You got a light.
You got a light. That's good.
Okay.
Okay. We can also do a production meeting if we,
Oh yeah.
get some money here.
I have an idea. Oh, I've got a real nice idea, Dave. If you want to have a meeting.
Okay. Let's first put this out. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. And now let's shoot this scene.
No, have the meeting first.
Okay. Let's put this out. Let's not put this out yet.
Okay.
Let's do this. Production meeting.
Okay. Who's
I believe you'll like
contribute?
I don't need to. I mean, unless you want to throw something away.
Here, you can think about it. Maybe it can go in
Do
the.
you need something, Dave? I got something you can tell.
No.
Okay.
I got something I like. All right, here is the ideas. Let's see. Give all the actors fake mustaches. This turn gain 1 reputation for each actor used when shooting a scene.
Nice.
My God, that's fantastic.
I told you.
Wipe the crew's. I do. Wipe the crew's memory so they don't remember working today. Reassign any 3 used dice. Keep their faces the same.
That's nice for some.
Each player may immediately draw up to 5 ideas. Until the next production meeting, everyone's hand size is 5. All right, so this one's going down here at the bottom.
Hey, can you choose where you want it to go?
Great
now
question.
that both of these are empty.
Pretend I explained that way back at the beginning of the show. But
Okay.
yes, you may choose to put that in either spot, whether there are cards
We
there
don't
already
want to
or
ding
not.
our
So
reputation.
there's another discussion.
Yes.
But,
But no,
2
it's-
dice would,
It's
Although
usually you're going to
yeah.
use 2 dice, but yeah, we definitely don't want to
gives us
spend
Okay.
the option to
reputation.
not use
I
it.
just
Yes, they are
thought I'd
both-
ask because
they
in
are
some
both free.
cases maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this turn we're gaining a rep for quality for every actor. So I'm putting this here. I am now going to shoot this scene.
Yes.
Okay. This scene will cost us $4,
Yeah.
but we'll gain $1. Can I assume we had to have the $4?
Why are we gaining $1?
Because we placed
oh,
this
because
here.
of that one.
I don't know that
2,
that's
3,
true, actually.
4, back 1. Well,
I think you could go to negative and back up, or go to 0 and back up
okay.
as part of shooting a scene.
Plus we gain
the
a-
banks help us with that.
Plus we gain a day on the schedule.
Plus we
Yes.
gain a quality.
Plus we gain 1 quality. Plus it goes into the slot we want it to go in.
Action.
Plus
Sweet.
we
more.
gain 2 more quality for each
Yeah,
of these.
baby.
Why?
this idea.
the
That
idea.
idea
Oh,
for
okay.
each actor you gain. a
Because
quality.
Nikki,
Okay.
the actors are wearing fake mustaches.
Oh yeah.
That's why.
That's
I don't know
always
why,
a
but the
plus.
audience loves fake. Well,
They
critics,
like
Okay.
mustaches.
critics love fake mustaches.
The handlebar, you know.
And now
It's a Hollywood truism. The more
I have a
fake
die that I
mustaches-
cannot put anywhere because of the problem.
Wow, I see.
And we have
Do you
that
wanna
problem
assign
again.
You
I
you
can't.
put it anywhere.
I actually
Right, yeah.
can't assign
Yeah,
it anywhere.
that's
So
crazy.
my plan, your idea
I
card was
see.
great. My plan was to do this, was to shoot the scene first and then reuse 3 of these to get rid of this problem. But I think gaining the quality was the better.
And the card is still there.
Correct. The flowers are still standing.
Standing, yes.
And these all come
Wow.
off.
I knew it was coming
You knew it was coming. We lose a day.
because I wanted to say it.
I pass this to Aaron.
And we got a very high quality scene if we want to. Oh, but we don't want to finish with blue. We want to finish with
Well,
yellow.
remember, until this is resolved, you can't use any
No
acting
actors.
dice.
So we need to do that.
And I assume that means also to resolve this problem.
I think that means that as well.
Here comes the new problem.
Problem. Turns out the VFX team was actually just smoke and mirrors. Poof. You cannot assign any VFX to any action, including placing on set. So it's the same thing as this other card.
Wow,
Yeah, but that's two
two of
different
them
things.
together?
Yeah.
Eek.
All right, we may have a fix even if that happens. All right. But we also want to do that if we can.
All right.
All right.
Roll it
Production
up.
meeting or yeah.
You gotta roll
I got
first.
to roll first.
Try not to roll any actors.
I'll try not to
if
roll
he rolls
either
all
of those
actors
symbols.
again, we're in trouble.
Or all VFX, because that's when he's rolled before too.
You're right. I literally won't be able to assign any
Nope.
for any reason if I only roll those 2 symbols. I rolled 1 actor.
That's good.
That's
no
pretty
VFX.
And no VFX.
And no VFX. It's not so good for shooting the scene, but all right.
And this next one is a dice problem too. Yeesh.
Yeah,
Well, these need to be cleaned up
Yep.
if you can do it.
absolutely.
Just thinking, we want to clear this problem, and we want to clear this problem. And then if I did this, I reassign 3 dice, which would let us rearrange the set for Nikki to shoot a film, and then we could have a production meeting and make a little extra time or money or quality if we
Sure.
can.
Wow.
Right?
Fantastic.
I mean,
these are-
this is a great card.
Yeah.
So these are done.
Yeah, okay, let's do it. So that's done. That's done.
Sorry,
I'm just going
No
to
worries.
activate this card with 2 dice,
Yep.
which lets me reassign 3 new dice. 3
Okay.
used dice,
Right.
keeping their faces the same. So we're going to rearrange the set. Let's have our production meeting first.
Okay.
We've got enough money to shoot the scene. We've got 3 days. I think we're kind of looking for quality.
Quality or things that make shooting the next scene easy,
Thank you.
of which I have nothing.
And I don't have that.
So barring that, if no one has anything, I have a fun card that would just be fun to throw in.
Oh, I have a card with a great title.
otherwise-
it also helps. All right, Nikki's giving me a card. I think I'll
I
take
don't have
that.
anything worth it.
All right. I'm throwing that in
All
just
right.
because it's silly.
Okay.
Nikki's idea. Bring on a night crew of film students to work for free. Classic Hollywood strategy. Reroll and reassign up to 3 used dice of your choice.
Nice.
Pretty good. Mine, in a panic, start assigning work to random people. It's fantastic art. I'm going to show it on the camera. There's people like this one person's waving 6 arms around
Sure.
with sweat drops coming off of them. That is reroll any number of unused dice up to 5 times each. So basically,
Woo.
roll until you get what you need.
Love it.
And then idea, bet some of your budget at the horse races.
Sure.
Stop the game, play Royal Turf,
No.
and Turf Master off screen. Yes. Flip an unused set like a coin 3 times. If at least 2 are grid side up, gain $4. Otherwise, lose $2. I love that one so much. I love it, but I'm going to discard it.
You're not going to do that one? You can't really do the other ones.
Oh, I can't really do the other ones
Why?
Because
because we're not really.
because they're really good for you.
they're
on
really
your
good for
turn.
later. Like I'll put yours
Like to
there
set
for
up.
later.
Yeah.
I'll put my panicking one in the discard pile. And we can afford the $2 loss, so yeah, let's do it.
Oh my
All right.
gosh.
Take an unused grid tile.
I'm doing this one here.
All right.
You
Flip it 3
want-
times
What's
like a
that?
coin.
We're flipping this lucky red
I
and
know.
blue.
I like
All
it.
right, here we go. All right, race number 1. Our horse came
Okay.
in. All right, we can't lose now.
Okay.
Race number 2, double or nothing. Hey, we already won! And then this, I'll bet my mortgage on this 3rd race.
Ah,
That's all right.
So much
All
for
right,
your mortgage.
$4. That's huge.
Yeah.
All right, $10. Let's film all these scenes. Okay, that was a good card. Good job. You talked me into it. Who needs a card? I didn't draw a 3rd
I
one.
need one.
I do.
Thank you.
All right.
Wait,
And
where's...
then-
Oh, you have the other 2 still, right? Where's the other 2 that you had? You didn't put one
He
out.
put one. He put
I did,
this
there
one
was-
out.
that was out. Thank you.
I spent.
Oh,
the
right.
other
That was
card.
empty. Ha!
So
You still get to rearrange this.
I do get to. I need your help. But so we want to rearrange to put the yellow scene in space 5.
So this is all we're trying to do, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actor with the camera way at the bottom and the lights at the top.
Okay. So this has to be the top part. It can't be the bottom.
Right.
So
And we need
make this the bottom, right?
like that. Yeah. And then just have the wild here. So even if we don't roll 2 actors, anything can go there for the actor space.
So camera,
art.
actor,
anything.
space there.
It's a lot of dice.
Yes, right. Clearing the dice. We've done everything. If nothing changes, we have two days left. We're on exclamation point number 1.
Okay. Sweet.
All right, Nikki.
I can't-
Problem first.
I'm scared to look.
I know. I hate these die symbols.
Yeah, there's all in a row. Dave shuffled these. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not bad. The VFX team has left to make government propaganda videos.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
VFX assigned from now on are not wild.
Okay, that's okay.
Sure.
But what are they if they're not wild?
They're just nothing.
They're just VFX. I mean, they're still a pair if you're
Right.
up
Sure,
here.
sure.
They're just not useful here.
They're just their own symbol.
Right.
Right. Wow, this is ridiculous.
Which still means they could go here for anything, right?
Correct.
Because that space makes it wild.
Correct.
All right. So if you roll a light, an actor, an art, and a camera, we win.
Okay.
If not, we have to take Lincoln's turn. Art, actor, camera, and VFX that we can't use.
It can go here.
Hold on.
No. We need the camera. We need the light that she didn't roll is what I'm saying. The VFX would have had to be the light.
Hold on. No, that won't work. Because I have to activate it.
Or, let's see. Go ahead. Keep going.
I have a card but I'd have to do a production meeting. So
Okay.
then I wouldn't have enough.
Sure you would. You just need
die to
you
do
just need
this.
5 to do this. You can
If
use one
you
for
leave
production
just the
meeting.
light as what we need on my turn, I can make it happen, right? It just takes 2 dice to do it. Actually one die.
Okay.
The first thing I want to do is call a production meeting, and I have a card to contribute to that
Okay.
production meeting.
I have a
so-
decent one, but we may or may not need it.
You got a card?
No, I don't. They're fun, but they're not worth putting into the mix.
I'll throw one in.
And hey, we get to reshuffle the idea cards and probably not need them. Here's your next one.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, the first idea is double the caffeine content in the craft service coffee.
Nice.
This turn, scenes cost $2 less to shoot.
Nice.
That's that one.
That would be good if we hadn't upped our budget.
Right. Shoot the actors without doing hair and makeup today.
Nice.
You lose 2
Wow.
quality, but you gain some time.
Gain a schedule day.
Yeah. And then this last one is put your fingers in your ears and pretend that everything is just fine. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's ignore all of the effects this
problems,
turn.
you mean?
All the
Sweet.
problems effects this turn.
That's exactly what we
So I'm
need.
clearly going to use that one.
Okay.
So that goes there. And then I will put, do we want to, scenes cost 2 less? No, we're good on money. So
Yeah.
let's
If anything,
do
we'll need the time, but it shouldn't matter.
hair and makeup. No hair and makeup today.
Right.
Okay.
Why don't you put the one you used on top so you can
Okay.
refer to it?
I like it.
Ooh, I hit it.
So the problem isn't resolved, it's just ignored
just-
for
It's
one
just
turn.
ignored.
That's great. Yeah, put your fingers in yours. You're right, of course.
Yeah, it's
how I
just
solve most of my
ignored. Just keep going forward. And then that leaves me with enough dice
Oh,
to
it does? Perfectly?
finish, I believe.
All right, what do you need?
Show me.
What
Show
are
me
we
your
trying to-
scene setup.
Trying to do a blue.
No, yellow.
Yellow in space 5. Yeah.
So lighting,
this
do you have
one.
lighting?
So I
Yes.
don't, but I have a wild that works because we are
Nice.
ignoring the problem.
Oh, beautiful. Do you have an actor?
I do have an actor.
Do you have art department?
I do have an art department.
Do you have a camera?
I do have a camera.
That goes right here.
Camera.
And anything else? Do you have anything else?
I have
She
some
even
more,
has the right thing. It's an
Does it?
actor.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
more
fantastic.
actors to throw at the problem. Okay?
So spend $3, but
Okay.
it's actually $2 because
Okay.
we filmed on that space.
1, 2, so we're down to $8.
And we're gonna film this scene. I'm gonna call action. It's a quality scene.
Oh,
So we'll go up one
It's
more quality.
oh, what's exciting?
Our film is complete.
Yay.
So once we are done clearing our dice, this will be the last turn of the game. I mean, we can do this for fun and see what the next scene
Oh,
is.
purple
one, the
scene.
first
Hey,
purple.
a square finally.
That would be the order. So at the end of my turn, we're actually going to move the schedule,
That
even
is
though
the-
we're done.
That is the only thing you don't do on the final turn
Oh,
when the
okay.
5
We're
scenes
done,
are complete. If there was a problem
Okay.
that cost us $1 or something else, we would do that. But we clear the dice.
We're actually
And we
on
end the
time and
turn.
under budget.
Yes, and our finished masterpiece now matches up to the script that we've finally landed on.
Okay.
It does
Sort of.
have.
We have one violent scene at the very beginning.
Hooray for heartache!
Hooray for Heartache has a sentimental scene in slots 4 and 5, so we gained 3 quality. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Goodness,
wow.
if we just had
So
another blue
close.
here,
And it
blue,
also,
blue.
you wouldn't be able to double count that though. Oh, no,
Yes,
it would
you
work.
would.
Yeah.
It would work.
Yeah, it would.
It would've worked.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We already had the red.
We had
now.
the red. Yeah, there's no way to remove a filmed
Yeah.
scene.
Well,
It's
come
too
on, the
expensive.
editor, it's lays
I know,
on the
Too
right?
top.
expensive.
But as I
Once-
said, no.
Once it's in the can, it's in the
there's
can.
no
But
trim.
we do get 2 more quality for having a blue after a yellow or a yellow after a blue, either one.
Wow.
So we're all the way up here to surprise hit in quality.
Hey, that's better.
Wow. Actually, 2 more still wouldn't have gotten us there. We'd just be critical, darling.
We'd be just one short
We'd
of
be
max
one
on score
shy.
if this was
Masterpiece.
blue,
Wow, that's
or
hard
if we
to
had
do.
filmed like this scene and gotten extra
Ooh.
quality, right?
Yeah.
And so we have won the game with a respectable score of
Okay.
the 4th best of the 6 winning quality levels. Where the final thing you're supposed to do for the premiere, get your popcorn ready, is read your movie from top to
Oh,
bottom.
no.
We have a once upon a time there was a really violent fight and someone got pushed off a roof. And because of that, a baby was born. Maybe this was a romantic rivalry or somebody saw some cool stuff and then there was a baby. But then there was some really sad bar drinking because somebody else left or got broken up.
Maybe
and then
they're having problems. I mean, it looks
because
like it is.
of that,
Yeah.
they went back to the place they met and fell in love again.
Oh, okay.
Until finally, I read A Princess Bride to my grandson in the bedroom, and then we lived happily ever after. That's our move. That's hooray for Heartache from start to finish. And congratulations,
man.
we have a surprise hit on our hands. The studio is safe.
We just have some weird, super violent scene at the very
I know,
beginning of the movie.
it's
that
really
doesn't
totally
have-
off, but I'm telling you,
It'll grab them.
we filmed it on day 1. We couldn't get rid of it. It had to be in the movie because that was the script we had on that day. All right, that is roll camera.
Okay.
What did all you actors, producers, directors think of this this game?
Well, Nikki, go ahead. You start.
I do enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun. I didn't get a chance to use my wonderful
skills.
editor abilities. There was, a lot of discussion
didn't use
in
any
this
of mine
game. Because there's just so much going on and so much to figure out. I like that we managed to get this to match up. I think I like this part of the game the most because you can really mix and match how you want the game to end, how you want your scoring to be, essentially. And then, of course, the puzzly part of this is always fun. So I don't know if I would have chosen this one. I mean, we did great, but this one
takes
seemed
a lot of finagling, kind
like it looked like a great one in the stack, and then when you got it here, it
I will say
seemed
though,
like it was difficult
It ended
to
up
work
being
with.
it ended up being 50 to 75% useful every time.
Okay.
I mean,
I agree.
the icons just happened to fall nicely with some of the stuff we were trying to do.
And having every space be open is a big advantage if you can make it work for whatever you're doing.
we should get points for having some money left.
We have a
and-
lot of money left. I mean,
yeah.
our next picture is going to be a blockbuster.
We left
gonna
too
be
much.
gangbusters.
We left too much on the table.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
we
was
brought
just
it in
looking
under
to
budget.
see if
like
there was a
Lincoln
way
said.
to get rid of a scene. I mean, it would be cool.
I don't think there is. I think once
thought-
it's filmed, it is done. Unless there's a couple other roles we'll look at in a second. But I think basically that would add almost too much flexibility or change
Sure,
to the game.
sure.
These are essentially locked once they're in there. What did you think, Lincoln? Before
I think
we
it's
look at
great,
some other
and I think
components?
the people doing this game have really great sense of humor, and they're. I mean, I'm not a Hollywood person, but I feel there's so much truth to a lot
Oh
of the
yeah.
stuff.
No kidding.
I mean, I know it is crazy, but there's some really fun stuff here, and the art, as we said, is gorgeous at the beginning of the game. And
I like
yeah.
the little bean people.
They're
are really
so
cute.
cute.
And
All the art, every card has its own scene on it.
Yeah, it's really quite a game, and I there's fun elements that make sense all the way through the game, even though they're ridiculous. There's just this stuff here. I love the ideas too. You know what I mean? There's so much fun stuff in those, and we haven't even seen them all.
Right.
I wonder, actually, we should look and see what all those are. But I'm actually looking at problems. Problems aren't going to solve any of these. We really need idea cards to maybe do something here. But I
Right.
agree with you. It might be too much power, but you never know, right? Like sometimes it seems, like we did. You were looking for red and yellow. It doesn't exist, right, in the scripts.
Maybe I missed it in the first batch, but I didn't.
I think there's-
There was like every 2 red something.
Right.
There was like each yellow was worth 1.
Right.
But
That would have been another 3.
I think there are certain combos that just don't exist.
But it wouldn't have, right? Because each yellow worth 1 meant we wouldn't have gotten the 3 we got for this. So it was the same 3 as it turns out.
These are.
I think I feel like they've tuned this so 5 is the
Max you're going to get. Yeah.
The max you can get.
It's hard to like bump it up though. We've had to take hits. That one that let us go back to start was pretty great.
But we would have gotten 7 if we had been incredibly lucky and gotten that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh, that's
and
true.
a
You're
bump
right.
for having the.
Well, yeah, these are separate.
in itself.
That's really right. That's 10.
You're right. That's true. We could have gotten 6 if I just like blue in 1 and 2 and yellow in 4 and 5.
Right.
My getting that.
I think
my having that one edit card in my hand that allowed me a free script action along with my actual script action was like, I didn't want to say out loud because you're not supposed to sort of give away your hand. But at one point I was thinking to myself, like, just put any card out there and don't worry about it.
Because
I'm
you
about
had the
to
power
rejigger everything.
to make it anything worthwhile.
Right.
Yes, I do think I mentioned that I thought the player abilities were very powerful, but I think that's a part of the game that's important and gives you a lot of flexibility here. We did not do this, and I didn't mention it, but there are a couple idea cards that either allow you to use another player's power, which is normally off limits, or swap in an unused player board and become another role.
Wow.
So if your role is not really useful, but something else is going to be save the bacon of the studio, you can bring in...
What were the 2 we didn't use?
The 2 we didn't use are the producer, who cuts corners by bringing in problems for money, and delegates by changing die faces, and the production designer, who has obviously set manipulation powers, and last looks, which is quality, instant quality just for adding
immediately gain a quality. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
but only for the art die face. But still,
you could do that every time.
Just a boom.
Delegate
Extra
is huge.
quality.
Change any number of unassigned dice to any face.
Oh wow! But it's a 2 die or a money action every turn.
Well, sure, but if you did a die and a money, you could change the other 5 dice to anything you wanted
pretty
for
great. You're right.
$1.
Right.
I mean, as it turns out, we had money. Now, who knows? We got cards that...
Well,
and you flipped correctly, right?
Like if that was a $6 swing if we went the other way.
The other thing I wanted to point out was the player boards have a female side and a male side.
Oh yeah, I like that a lot.
But in addition to that little touch, the privileges are different from side to side.
The female director may request that other players express their emotions more theatrically.
Yeah, see?
That's amazing. I just want to, we've mentioned the art and the theme. I'm a Hollywood person and I love games about movie making in the Hollywood industry. But I just think beyond all that, they just got the tone of this whole game so spot on.
Right.
Yeah.
As like kind of a Hollywood parody, but also just so, like all the idea cards are funny. There's an editing room, there's a scene selection, there's a script element. Like it's just so spot on. I'm not the world's biggest co-op or die rolling fan. But I love this game, just flat out. Like it was almost made for me. It's so good.
I agree with you. The theme is actually very strong, even though the game itself is way lighter than sort of I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, now that we sort of know the game, and if we play this again, I could see the turn. I could see where the turns would go kind of fast.
Sure.
And that's both good and potentially maybe some people might not like that idea of sometimes your turn is, I'm going to solve this problem, I'm going to solve this problem. Here's some idea cards and I'm done.
Yeah.
Yes.
And your power was in one way luckily never needed.
Yeah.
But in another way, I could see you're sitting there, you have like a special ability, you want to use it. Like it's frustrating sometimes to have that kind of thing in a game and not use it.
If at the end of the game we were going to hold on for another turn or whatever to swap stuff, I had some cards that would have bumped us up by swap a scene and bump up.
Ooh.
So I was like, I could just switch like the 2 yellows or something that wouldn't affect the order and gain the 2 qualities, which was kind of an interesting idea to me that I could not really affect this adversely and gain
and gain some quality.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
I think as opposed to a lot of co-op games, I mean, you may be riding on the knife edge and really close to your end of budget or end of schedule days at the end of this game. You might come right down to the wire. But as opposed to a lot of co-op games, you have so many options here and so many ways to turn your luck around. I feel like it leaves you feeling powerful and feeling like you have a lot of control, even right up to that last turn, which is a good thing.
Right.
But there is a way to make the game harder, which we did not show you.
Oh.
Once you have some familiarity with this game, let's say you're winning every time with this basic game that we've showed you.
Okay.
There are production companies, aka scenarios or special challenges. So you could decide to say, be the Yes We Care Film Foundation, and you would play the game with this special rule. At the end of each turn, you must give up for charity one of the following: 1 die for the next turn, or $2, or 1 set piece from set, or 2 quality, or 1 time, or all your ideas down here. So you basically just pay a penalty every turn.
Well,
so there are, in the basic game, 10 production companies that make new challenges to make the game a little more tough on
Interesting.
experienced players.
well, and you showed this to us earlier. I saw Lincoln playing with it. Like,
Of course.
this is also one way to adjust the difficulty, right?
Yes.
Harder.
Harder.
Which would be 8.
8 and 8 rather
yeah.
than 10 and 9, I think
Yeah,
we started with. Yeah. And these numbers adjust a little bit for different player counts, as you can see on the back of this very cool design dial, as we saw.
It is really neat.
Yep.
Aaron, I don't remember. There's 6 roles, but what's the max player count again?
It is 4, so
Okay.
you're never going to have all 6 of these roles or 5 in the game at the same time. And you can play solo, but there's no real special challenge mode or anything.
I
The only
bet
thing
actually this might be very cool as a 2-player.
I think so too. It sort of would cut down on the puzzle discussion and strategy.
Well, in addition to the fact that you would just be able to do your own powers more, right?
Yes.
But it would also be, I don't know, might be a little harder in the sense of, because there'd be,
Just having less powers in the game.
maybe, right? Fewer powers, fewer idea
cards coming
fewer
through.
idea choices. Because that it seems like the idea deck
You
is
do-
what saved our bacon a million times. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
obviously the game is
Yeah.
designed that way.
You start with a little more time and money in a 2-player game. Of
I would
course.
assume.
Yeah.
What?
This image for the VFX team.
I know.
They make government propaganda. They're like dressed. They got the ping pong balls on them, and they're also like with
I know.
a 3-cornered hat and an American flag.
The tone and the art, you said it already, but you're so
Yeah,
right. Like the
I'm a
little
big
touches
fan.
in this are really, really nice.
Well, thanks for teaching us, Aaron.
You bet. I'm glad you all had fun.
Absolutely. And thanks to you for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to our channel. If you click on the bell, you get notified when we put up new videos. See you next time.